Hello, welcome to easyodds.com. My name is Ross Casey. I'm here with Jake Johns, our horse racing tipster, who's been in excellent form this season. He's already found himself the winner in these very videos of the Lock-In Stakes, of the Cheltenham Gold Cup, and the Victoria Cup, which of course was a huge 25-1 winner for Jake. And he's going to carry that on into the third classic of the season, the Epsom Oaks.
Yeah.
4:30 on Friday is when the race starts, but we're doing this preview on the Tuesday. And Jake's going to find two picks here. One, as always, an each way big price tip, as that's what Jake really relishes in, and one of an outright tip for the race winner. So let's get stuck into it. Jake Johns here with his tips for the Epsom Oaks.
Okay, so it's also quite murky. Like the Derby picture, like I was saying before, it's pretty difficult. I mean, Minding was the outstanding candidate after she won the 1,000 guineas. Everyone just thought she would just naturally just get 1,000 guineas, Derby, like just simple as that. She's probably going to win that. She was a short price. She was about 1 to 3, definitely going to win. She's meant to be an absolute superstar. And then she lost in the Irish 1,000 guineas to Jet Setting, who I mean, she lost Jet Setting. It was a really, it looked like a tough race. She hit her head on the stool. She got a big mark on her head. That obviously would have kind of taken her track a little bit. Jet Setting is a real mudlark as well. It was really soft conditions, and she would have absolutely loved the conditions. And she got really close to her as well. It was a real battle at the end, and they pulled 10 lengths clear of Now or Never. There was no Donkey. She's really good as well. And it was actually a pretty good. I mean, I don't know why she's lengthened to even. She's about evens now, which is not that bad to be honest. But evens, anti-post. And also, she had that looked like a pretty hard race, and it wasn't that long ago. If she can go 2,000 guineas, 1,000 guineas, Irish 1,000 guineas, and then straight to the Derby, the Oaks in that short amount of time, she have to be a special horse. Yeah, so and she's never run further than a mile either. It's not guaranteed that she's going to get the trip. She's by Galileo, so I mean, you think it on that, but I don't know. Evens is just not like I know. I'm not going to go for an evens basically.
Okay.
Aidan O'Brien's going to have a few other chances in the race. You've got the Lingfield Trial winner, 7th Heaven, who did it easier than the neck-winning distance, got backed heavily into 7 to 4 before the off. I tipped him that day actually, but tipped her that day even. And yeah, she got absolutely hammered in the back. I think I tipped her at 11 to 4. She got backed into about 7 to 4, shorter in places, but she won better than the neck distance. I think she might come on for that. She's got a squeak, and her price range is quite a lot as well, which is another reason to use the old odds comparison on Easy Odds.
Yeah.
12 to 1, shortest price, biggest price 20 to 1, which is massive.
Massive difference.
Yeah.
Almost doubling your odds.
Almost doubling the odds, so that's a huge difference. But then another one that could be potentially slightly classier is Even Song. She's a half sister to. Who's your half sister to? Simple Verse. So yeah, she's always going to step up in like the step up in trip from going from a 2-year-old to a 3-year-old, and then the step up in trip to middle distances, 10 furlongs. She displayed that in the Pretty Polly Stakes at Newmarket, where she got no sort of run. She was out the back. She stayed on into third when she got in some nice clear air, and she stayed on really takingly as well. Not too taken by the breeding. I think there could be one more slightly better than her as well, and she's pretty short as well at the moment. One that I really like is this horse, filly Skiffle, trained by Charlie Appleby. This wasn't the plan. She had submitted by Godolphin. She was actually almost like 100 to 101 on the. I think she was about 95 on the exchanges actually a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, she's nothing like Prince anymore. She's actually second favourite, about 7 to 1 at the moment. She made a really eye-catching debut at Ascot. That was only the start of this month, which is pretty weird.
Yeah.
Pretty weird preparation for this race, but yes, it was eye-catching because Charlie Appleby debutantes come on a lot for their first run. She was still really good then. She came third, stayed on pleasingly 3rd out of 12. So she was obviously going to come on for that run, and she did at Goodwood, but she came on better than most people would imagine, and better than I could imagine as well. It was for William Buick's 4-timer on the day at Goodwood. She held up at the back, stayed on really takingly, sweeved her way through the pack, and then overtook the Black Princess, who was a hot favourite, about 11 to 10. and was comfortably on top of the finish. The extra 2 furlongs will be absolutely perfect. It looked like they would be absolutely perfect. I mean, she's just got Oaks written all over her. She's by Dubarwi. Fillies by Dubarwi have an unbelievably good record around Epsom. She's really, really unexposed. Huge, like this is the trajectory of at the moment. She's going up. She could be anything. And she's worth the fact at 7 to 1, I'd say.
So I mean, minding 7 to 1 best price.
7 to 1 best price. I mean, Minding obviously has the best form in the race with the 1,000 guineas and that close second in the 1,000 guineas. But evens, I think 7 to 1's all right. I don't know if it'll go much shorter, but yeah, I think 7 to 1's all right. For her.
So that's Skiffle 7 to 1.
Skiffle 7 to 1.
Music to the ears of many punters.
Yeah.
Like that pun there. Jim?
No. I hated it. Another one at a much bigger price that I quite like is Harlequin, which kind of tripped me up before because I thought it was called. When I first saw her run, I thought it was called Harlequin. I was like, I couldn't find her on Racing Page, I couldn't find her on the horse alerts and stuff. But it's called Harlequin. She's called Harlequin. She runs for dual-purpose trainer Mick Channon. She's a bit of a risk, that's for sure, because she is mental.
Okay.
She is a mental old horse. But she took a fierce hold in both her starts this season. Most recently in the Musiadora at York, the best trial for this, won by Somi Dar, who can't come here because she is injured and she's not going to be able to make it. But she probably would have. I think she would have won, to be honest. But anyway, she's not here, so it doesn't matter. And she took a fierce hold the whole way through the race. Sylvester D'Souza couldn't. It was incredible that he kept her in a straight line, and then she just stayed on. She managed to stay on really well at the finish. So she was probably staying on better than anything at the finish. I mean, the race was already won, but she was staying on as good as anything behind. And if you can settle a bit better, she's won at Goodwood as well, which is an odd track as well. So I mean, you would think that Epsom would be a bit difficult for her, but if she's won at Goodwood, I think if you can settle a bit after those 2 runs, Mick Channon can get him, and then and just that run by itself is incredibly eye-catching. But if she can settle a bit better, she has a huge chance, and if she can learn from those 2 starts, 25 to 1 is going to look pretty big, and I think she's 16 to 1 in places as well. So I'll take the 25 to 1 where you can, each way obviously. But yeah, I think she's got a little squeak. But Skiffle to win at 7 to 1, Harlequin each way at 25 to 1.
25 to 1. That's another nice price there. Temperament permitting for Harlequin. So those are the 2 tips there for the Epsom Oaks from our man Jake Johns. Make sure that you check out his tips for the Derby this weekend coming up, which is on our YouTube channel. We'll put a little link up above Jake's head right there. And make sure that you also check out the Ascot app, where we're going to have tips from Jake for all of the main races at that festival, as well as his daily tips, which will be on site every single day on our social channels and of course the website itself. Or if you're using the app, they'll be in the app also. So thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for our weekly videos by pressing the button just above Jake's head right there.
Again.
And thanks for watching. My name is Ross Casey, and this is masterful Jake Johns.
Who is sunburnt? Look how sunburnt I am.